It's another Raw video from your favorite YouTube scout, Draftrawthentic. Yes, I'm finally here making another video, and like I said, it's a Raw one, so there will be no edits. Anyway, if you can tell by the title, this is the Los Angeles Chargers draft forecast, or basically me forecasting the draft. Now, you may wonder, what is a draft forecast? That a draft forecast is pretty much where I try to predict where certain players in this draft class will be in about 3 years or whatever in the future. And in doing so, I try to pick who will be the biggest boom, who will be the biggest bust, and who will be the late round steal. Now, to really put it into retrospect, the biggest boom and biggest bust picks, the players that I think will be the biggest boom and bust, will actually be players that are picked within the first 3 rounds. And seeing as though y'all do have a first, a second, a third round pick, this should be pretty easy. Some teams don't have a second round pick or a third round pick or didn't have a first round pick and stuff like that, and then I have to try to choose the first 3 players or whatever. Yada yada. It doesn't really matter. The first 3 picks. And then obviously the late round steals is going to be chosen between picks 4 through 7. Now, the Los Angeles Chargers draft is so straightforward where they pretty much had 1 pick in each round. So this should be pretty easy. So, without further ado, and also, before I really get into the draft forecast, if you want to see the video of what I've already done for the San Diego Chargers, where I've gone through each and every pick and gave my opinion of what I thought about them after watching film and tape on them over the course and time before the draft started, you can check out that video. Just subscribe and just, scroll down through the videos, and eventually you'll see San Diego Chargers. It should literally, I did it as to where I did like the AFC North, then the NFC North, then the AFC East, and the NFC, you know what I mean? So I kind of did it in order where I did the AFC, whatever, North, East, West, South, and then did the NFC North, So anyway, without further ado, let's just get into it. The biggest boom pick for the Los Angeles Chargers, I believe, will actually be Derwin James. Now, here's the thing about this biggest boom. Derwin James has the best chance out of the first 3 picks of being the biggest boom player. He really does. And I'm not just picking him because he's the first round pick. I'm picking him because his skill set you can really work with if you have the right defense. And what I mean when I say that is that if you expect him to be a deep range like safety where he's covering a lot of deep passes and stuff like, you're going to lose that battle every single time. This guy's not a deep range safety at all, not even close. He's not even a Cam Chancellor type. Cam Chancellor did have some deep range skills. He was actually pretty solid at it. Derwin James doesn't have that at all. But what Derwin James gives you is a good tackler, a big hitter, and he's really, really good at man coverage. So he's like a safety linebacker type of hybrid. And I think that with the Los Angeles Chargers defense, if they use him the right way, he's going to be one of the best players on your team. So in all, Derwin James, honestly, will probably be the biggest boom pick. Now, I could have gone with someone else, like the second-round pick, Nwasu, but there's certain things that he need to clean up as a player into being more consistent. But I love his athleticism. And actually, I kind of love his athleticism a lot more to what I like in Derwin James. But I got to look at the tape and what I see from Derwin James and what he can do and what he can give you. He has that chance to be the really biggest boom pick of the draft. Of y'all draft. And then the next pick, I have to say, has the best chance of being the biggest bust of your first 3 picks. And that is Justin Jones. The reason why I think Justin Jones is possibly the biggest bust pick, it's not more of, I think he's actually going to be a bust, but it's more of, is his skill set going to make him the player that the Chargers are looking for that defensive line? I don't think you're getting Corey Legit. I don't think that you're getting a Kendall Reyes even. You know what I mean? I think that when you have a guy like Justin Jones, you're just getting a solid defensive tackle that He can give you stuff here or there, but he needs to become more consistent. And without that consistency, I don't know if he's going to be a perennial starter for any defense, honestly. Just not even just the Chargers defense. I'm talking about any defense. It's a little weird because I thought that he would probably fit better in a 4-3 defense and not like a 3-4. I'm not sure if the Chargers are doing a 3-4-4. I know that they've been doing 3-4. And with guys like Melvin Ingram and, Joey Bosa and stuff like that, it can still make sense. But, a Melvin Ingram, drop him down, put his hand on the ground. Joey Bosa with his hand on the ground. Whoever else y'all have in the middle, Corey Legit, whatever else y'all, the combination that y'all want to have, this is a solid player to have. Like I said, I'm not sure what defense y'all going. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. If you're a fan and you're watching this, but the simple fact is that you chose Nuwasu in the second round. The USC linebacker says that, to me, says you're still in the 3-4. If I'm wrong, please comment. If you're a fan, just please comment on it. I could be wrong, It is what it is. But when it comes down to it, Justin Jones, it's just a consistency level, and that's what's going to hurt him in the NFL is being consistent. He has the skill set. He just got to find consistency. And when it comes down to it, like I said, between those 3 picks, he's going to be the biggest bust. Now, with the late round steal, the reason why I always do it 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th is because between those rounds, you're not expecting the greatest stuff from these players. You want these players to be good and hopefully develop into being, guys that you can count on in the future, but it doesn't always happen. It's never consistent. So when I was looking at this list and I'm saying, well, who would be the sleeper? And the problem with it is that I don't actually see a sleeper. And I can't actually choose one. You have Kaiser White, the West Virginia safety. He's an okay safety, not great. You have Scott Questenberry from UCLA, another guy that his functional strength is not that great. And being an interior lineman, you want those guys to be strong. I mean, duh. And then you have Dylan Cantrell, the 6th-round pick, wide receiver. Kind of slow, not very athletic. Could probably have the skill to being a special teamers, but that's about it. You're not going to get much out of him for your offense. And then last but not least, Justin Jackson is probably your best choice in being a late-round steal as a running back. But I don't think that he's the type of guy that could take over a game or anything like that. He just seems like a very solid running back, regular running back that just gives you a person that when Melvin Ingram is, whether he's hurt or he's tired and he needs a break, you can have a guy like a Justin Jackson that could spell him and stuff like that. So overall, though, Derwin James being the biggest boom pick, Justin Jones being the biggest bust pick, and then really there's no real late-round sleeper. Overall, I thought that this draft was a solid draft with the first 3 rounds, while the last 4 rounds, it was just kind of okay. But this is the future that I think, in my opinion, of your team. If you feel something different, please comment so we can debate about it. Please share this video so other people can join the comments so we can debate and we can build this draft community. Please subscribe if you want to hear my opinion on more about the Los Angeles Chargers, or if you just like seeing videos of other NFL teams that I will be doing, like the Raiders and the Chiefs and the Broncos. Please subscribe to see those videos. Once again, this is Draftrawthentic. I thank you for watching. Goodbye.